Welcome back, hot dogs. Y'all know what time it is. Got some more videos to review. We don't get into this Halloween thing this year. Let's get it cracking. Fuck it.
Up and made so strong that they can help you clap enemy cheeks with ease. Plus, each pet has their own unique skill that can be utilized with your heroes to craft the perfect strategy. So download AFK Arena using my link in the description and use my gift code DON2023 to receive an epic reward. Plus, you'll be helping out the channel. It's your boy Goku. And this song goes out to all my Chi-Chis. And I want y'all to get on the Nimbus and just throw that ass back. Like, Chi-Chi threw it back on the Nimbus. Hey, Chi-Chi threw it back on the Nimbus. Hey, Chi-Chi threw it back on the Nimbus. Hey, Chi-Chi threw it back on the Nimbus. Hey. I was surprised when Chi-Chi threw it back. I was like, damn, look at that ass clap. I said, go ahead, make that ass pop. You finna catch this Kamehameha. Chi-Chi threw it back on the Nimbus. Hey, Chi-Chi threw it back on the Nimbus. Hey, Chi-Chi threw it back on the Nimbus. Hey, Chi-Chi threw it back on the Nimbus. Hey. That booty made me turn Super Saiyan 5. Chi-Chi threw it back and made my power level rise. I heard Frieza came back and he turned to fight. I would save the world, but I'm preoccupied. Chi-Chi threw it back on the Nimbus. Hey, Chi-Chi threw it back on the Nimbus. Hey, Chi-Chi threw it back on the Nimbus. Hey, Chi-Chi threw it back on the Nimbus. Hey. Thanks for watching, hit the like, Thanks for watching, hit the like, Like, hit the like, Look at the merch, oh my God, look at the merch, look at the merch, oh my God, look at the merch,
You're watching Unrelenting Gaming. This is Vegetta, the prince of all Saiyans. Make sure you subscribe to Unrelenting Gaming and push the like button for me. Or else you'll be Hakai. Not Beerus. You know how this works. Make sure you enable all notifications on the channel and watch the entire video all the way through. And don't forget to follow Unrelenting Gaming on both Instagram and Twitter. That's enough! On with the video.
Now, it's no secret that when looking at both the worlds of anime and the worlds of horror, we are often met with some of the most iconic and memorable characters to ever grace fiction, and chances are, in many cases, we've often wondered about the idea of what if this character just so happened to have come across that character in the story, but what if these two worlds just so have happened to cross on over with Freddy Krueger meeting Vegeta in the dream realm instead? As Halloween season continues, here today we tell the tale of a horrifying nightmare that ultimately becomes a reality as Vegeta now comes face to face with his most difficult challenge to date. Now, before we dive any further into this video, if you are new to the channel and of course have a love and passion for all things Dragon Ball related, including its manga, anime, video games, fan animations, fan mangas, and more, in which would also like to be kept up to date with everything in regards to the Dragon Ball Super manga, the Dragon Ball Super anime, Dragon Ball video games, and any and all additional content within the Dragon Ball universe, then I do encourage you guys to head on over and smash that subscribe button and turn on all notifications by clicking on the bell icon to always be notified whenever a brand new video is posted onto the channel, as well as giving this video a big thumbs up by slapping that like button down below if you guys are simply excited to see what the future holds for the Dragon Ball franchise. And with all that being said, I want to thank you all so much for your time, thank you all so much for supporting the channel, and now let's dive straight into the video. As our story opens up with Vegeta shown training very intensely within the gravity room, in vowing to never let Goku ever surpass him in power. As Vegeta is shown training, he firmly went on to reassure his status by saying to himself, honing Ultra Instinct in attempts of reaching the level of the angels, are you, Kakarot? As if I will ever allow for you to surpass me again. We'll see which one of us is truly the strongest, especially when using our most powerful transformations to scale one another's power. Will it be your precious Ultra Instinct, Vegeta asks, or will it be the power of a destroyer that I wield? A god of destruction's power that is mastered through Ultra Ego. We will see, Kakarot. Don't get ahead of yourself. I know how good you are, but you will never overcome my power. You're not the only one training to become stronger, but it was only then during his training where the gravity room's door went on to open with a voice having to comment, there you are, Vegeta. What the Vegeta says? Well, speak of the devil and he shall appear. What are you doing here, Kakarot? How did you— wait. This energy I'm sensing, Vegeta says, as out of nowhere, the person that Vegeta had assumed to be Goku went on to attack Vegeta by telling him, you left your door wide open, Vegeta. As with Vegeta then shown quickly moving out of the way in nearly avoiding Goku's attack, as Vegeta went on to counter by kneeing the imposter in the gut by asking, just what do you think you're doing? It's not like you to attack blindly, get away. As with the imposter Goku shown holding onto his chest by smiling, he then went on to respond, aw, come on, Vegeta. I was just trying to have a little bit of fun at your expense. You hit a lot harder than I imagined you would. What do you say you do me a favor and just hold still for a moment, would ya? Wait a second, Vegeta says. What's that glove on your hand? You're not Kakarot. Your energy feels lifeless. Demonic, Vegeta says. Who are you? But before Vegeta could get an answer, the imposter Goku went on to swing his glove by responding, well, check out the brains on this bad boy. I wonder what gave it all away. I hope you know that once I get my hands on you, you won't be waking up ever again, sweet prince. But Vegeta was not having any of it as Vegeta proceeded to punch the imposter Goku in the stomach by telling him, save your empty threats, fool. Kakarot would never. Now start talking before I tear you apart limb from limb. Who are you and where's Kakarot? As the imposter Goku went on to grab onto Vegeta's hand by telling him, but I'm having too much fun to stop now, princess. Ripping me limb from limb, huh? I like the sound of that, only I'll be the one who's doing the ripping. Come here, Saiyan. Let's go for a ride. I have so many horrors to show you, tough guy. As with the imposter Goku then shown throwing Vegeta out into the distance, Vegeta quickly went on to maintain his balance by stabilizing his movements and responding, that's definitely not Kakarot, whoever he is. He's very dangerous though, but I can't get a direct reading on his spirit other than it feeling dark and empty. Then so be it, Vegeta says. This will be the last time he lives. But as soon as Vegeta went on to turn his head and looking on over, Vegeta could not believe as to where he was as Vegeta went on to comment, what the hell is going on? Is Is this Granola's planet? How is he able to bring us here like this? That can't be possible. Oh, but it's possible, princess, as Vegeta was then shown staring directly into the eyes of Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku. As to whoever this individual was, he then went on to continue, anything is possible in my world. Welcome to my nightmare, Saiyan. What was that you were saying earlier? You'd never let Goku's Ultra Instinct surpass you? Well, here I am. That's so... You've really done it, Vegeta says. What's going on? Who are you and what do you want? As the imposter Goku went on to reveal his identity by telling Vegeta, I go by many names, but you can just call me Freddy. Freddy Krueger, and right now you are stuck with me in the Dream Realm. A place where I am in full control and a place where you will die. Your soul ought to do the trick in making them remember who I am. The Dream Realm, huh? Says Vegeta. So I take it that this is your domain. Freddy Krueger, was it? Call yourself whatever you'd like. I don't care what you say. You are about to pay dearly for what you just did. Copying Ultra Instinct or not, I'm going to crush you. As with Freddy Krueger then shown making his way towards Vegeta, he then went on to respond to Vegeta by telling him, the only thing that will be crushed will be your skull once I get my hands on you. Now, like I said, do me a favor, you dirty Saiyan, and hold still. Then by all means, Vegeta responds, do your best and go for it. As Vegeta himself was not willing to settle for anything less than by using his best, because with Freddy Krueger making his way towards him, Vegeta had then gone on in unleashing the power of Ultra Ego, and then transforming and using his most powerful transformation and responding, I'm going to enjoy this. Shredding you will be what answers my question on which one of these forms is truly the strongest power. As with Freddy Krueger then shown attempting to take Vegeta's head off by slashing him, Vegeta was just barely able to avoid the attack as Freddy Krueger went on to graze his face by telling him, you're more full of yourself than I gave you credit for. You'll die trying in the process. As Vegeta responds, am I now? You grazed me, but you missed, fool. And with Vegeta shown retaliating by kicking Freddy Krueger in the face, he then went on to tell him, you don't even know how to use that power, let alone use it well enough to beat me. The real Kakarot would have at least made me try. You, on the other hand, are just a waste of my time, you clown. As with Freddy's body shown flying out into the distance, Vegeta then went on to tell him, how could you claim another warrior's body if you don't even know how to properly use it? What a disgrace you are. The only thing you seem to be good at is running your mouth. But I have a solution for all of that, Vegeta says. All it's going to take is one move. As with Freddy Krueger then shown bursting up from the ground in his attempts of grabbing Vegeta, he then went on to tell him, you still don't get it, do you? Try whatever you'd like on me, you can't hurt me here. Now let's rip that soul of yours out. I'm getting sick of listening to you flex your ego in my face. Oh, but I'm not looking to hurt you, imposter, says Vegeta. In fact, this will guarantee that you never speak to me again. Watch and see. As with Freddy Krueger's Goku shown bursting up from the ground, he then went on to tell Vegeta, you are just as stupid as you look. Now die, Saiyan! But before Freddy Krueger could do anything about it, Vegeta went on to stick his arm out by shouting, Hakai! As it was from that point on where the imposter Goku's body was then shown dematerializing as Freddy went on to shout, what in the world? What did you just do? My body! What have you done to my body, you dirty Saiyan? I'm disappearing. Why am I disappearing? So much for the so-called ruler of the Dream Realm, Vegeta says. Your efforts were meaningless. But even with the imposter Goku's body now destroyed, Freddy Krueger continued to speak to Vegeta by telling him, oh no! What will I do? I don't have a body anymore. You sure did show me you did. I'm so scared. As out of nowhere, unbeknownst to Vegeta, Freddy Krueger's arms came bursting up from the ground and grabbing onto his feet by shouting, ah! How wrong you are! Watch your step, Freddy says. You just might slip up and break a leg? What? Vegeta says, but it can't be. As indeed it was, because before you know it, the real Freddy Krueger went on to appear before Vegeta and lifting up his chin with his blade by telling him, aw, what's wrong, Widow's Peak? Thought you could erase me? This is my world, and I make the rules here. Not you, Freddy says. That was your most effective technique,
right? Well, look where it got you. I'm going to have fun carving your eyes out of your skull by the time we're done. I think once I'm done nailing your head on my wall as a trophy, I just might pay your friends and family a visit right after. A family reunion, right? And with Freddy then shown sticking his arms out, he then continues, and with nothing and no one to stop me, am I right? Come on, hotshot, show Uncle Freddy what you got. I'll even give you a freebie. And once that's done, I have a little surprise for you. So go on, hit me, Freddy says. Do it. Hit me. Hit you, huh? Asks Vegeta. You're making this way too easy for me. Here you go. Take this, fool! As Vegeta did not waste any time after Freddy had provoked him, because Vegeta had then gone on in blowing the top portion of Freddy's body away, Vegeta had assumed that the nightmare was then over, as Vegeta comments, your magic in this realm will only get you so far if I keep blowing your body into pieces over and over again, fool. Either give up and die, or I'll just keep blasting you until there's nothing left. As Freddy went on to respond, that one actually hurts. But guess what, tough guy? Remember that surprise I mentioned? Ta-da! Freddy shouts. As from the lower half of Freddy's deceased body, out of nowhere, a hand is then shown bursting on up, and Vegeta is absolutely shocked as Vegeta comments, that's not possible. It's you. As from the lower half of Freddy's body, we then see how there was another individual then shown standing across from Vegeta, and that individual was none other than Moro73. As the imposter Moro went on to ask, what's wrong? You look like you've seen a ghost. You remember Moro, do you? Well, payback is coming for what you've done. We don't ever forget about what you've done, Vegeta. The sins of your past will always live in a cold, dark place, even if you can't see it. It will always be there to haunt your memories. As Vegeta responds, well, come get some. You were destroyed once before, and you'll be destroyed once again. Wait a second, Vegeta says. I sense another power closing in, and indeed he was right, because thankfully enough, with Vegeta shown ducking on down out of nowhere, we then see how Freddy Krueger had also taken the form of Broly, as Broly went on to tell Vegeta, here's someone you may remember very fondly. In just barely being able to avoid Broly's attack, as Vegeta went on to stare at both Moro and Broly by telling them, so this is what you're going to resort in using? Relying on the enemies of my past in hopes of getting rid of me? Good luck, Vegeta says. As Moro was then shown being the first one to make his move, he then went on to tell Vegeta, it's only a matter of time before I tire you out and have my way with you, Vegeta. Not a chance, Vegeta says. Hakai. Which just like that, Moro was then shown having to also disintegrate just like Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku did, as through that, Vegeta then went on to comment, I take it that you'll keep resorting into morphing yourself into whoever I may know or remember. You can try that all you want. I have no problem destroying anything you throw my way, demon. And this goes for you as well, Vegeta says. Ally or not, you're not the real Broly, so I don't care what happens to you. Hakai, Vegeta says. As similar to both MUI Goku and Moro, Broly was also then shown disintegrating as Freddy went on to comment, this move of yours. I've got to learn what it is so when I return to the living world, I could just erase who I want. Guess you foiled my plans then, huh? Freddy asks. And as Vegeta was then shown erasing the imposter Broly, he then went on to acknowledge Freddy by telling him, enough of these games, demon. How many times must I erase your clones in order for you to understand that you can't win? But unbeknownst to Vegeta from behind him, Freddy Krueger.
See, Freddy popped up behind him on that creep shit. Like, hey, I'm right here. I'm right here. Oh, your ear, dog. Like, check this out. That shit cool as fuck, man. But yeah, that's that bullshit. Vegeta, look at him. He's nervous. He's spooky dooky. His shit clenched up. He said, no Diddy, no Diddy, no baby oil. This motherfucker Freddy got plenty baby oil on him too. Shouts out to Freddy though. That's kind of my government, but we ain't gonna talk about that.
Krueger went on to lean on in by telling Vegeta, psst, hey, guess what? It didn't work, hotshot. You can't erase something that you don't understand. You lose. But with Vegeta then shown quickly taking immediate action in his attempts of kicking Freddy out of nowhere, as Vegeta went on to kick Freddy, Freddy went on to disappear as Vegeta went on to shout, curse you? Why don't you quit running away and fight me like a man? Fight me like a true warrior would. Why would I continue to fight you when I could just kill you instead, Freddy says. As with Freddy Krueger then spawning several chains that popped up from the ground and wrapping around Vegeta's arms, Vegeta could not believe as to what the heck was going on as he went on to ask, what the hell? Now hold still, Freddy says. This will only take but a moment. To where as soon as several of these chains went on to wrap around Vegeta's body and positioning him up in the air, Vegeta was seemingly powerless to do anything to stop Freddy as Freddy went on to continue, you've been running your mouth the entire time you were here. This is the part where the lights go out and it stays off permanently. As with Freddy shown winding his arm back and getting ready to impale Vegeta with his glove, he then went on to tell him, it's time I put you out of your misery. For good. Come to Freddy, you little Saiyan bitch. As seconds later, before Freddy Krueger had the opportunity in killing Vegeta in the Dream Realm, Vegeta had quickly gone on in waking up by shouting, what the heck just happened? It was a dream, Vegeta says, only it felt a little too real to actually be one. Who was that, Vegeta asks. I've never seen his face before, so then how did he know who I was? And how was he able to morph himself into our enemies from the past? None of it makes any sense, especially since I've never had a dream like this before, except I don't think it was, Vegeta says. As with Vegeta shown touching his face and noticing the exact mark left within the Dream Realm, he then continues, there's something more to it. My face. The mark he gave me from that glove of his is still fresh. The blood is still warm, Vegeta says. As with Vegeta then shown standing on up and seemingly being determined, he then went on to continue, well then, now I know. This disfigured demon wasn't something my mind had just imagined, but something more, he says. So I assume this creature only appears in dreams, does he? I wonder what would happen if he was somehow pulled into the living realm. Nevertheless, Vegeta says, the next time we encounter one another, it will be his last. That I can promise. So whether you are waiting for me or not, Vegeta says, the only nightmare that will be realized will be yours. As with Vegeta shown exiting the gravity room with a silhouette of Freddy shown standing behind him, it was only then during that moment where the Beyond Dragon Ball Super story of Vegeta's Nightmare manga chapter special then comes to a close. Now what I really wanted to encompass with this story was to basically celebrate the season of Halloween by including two very iconic characters from two very different forms of fiction, one being anime and one being cinema, in basically telling the tale of what would happen if Freddy Krueger actually went on to meet Vegeta, on top of being able to exploit all of his weaknesses and being able to morph himself into several enemies of the past, including one of Vegeta's greatest rivals, that being Goku, and getting the better of him within the Dream Realm, because that's exactly what Freddy is known for. And in the comment section below, what I want to know from you guys are three specific things, that being number one, let's just say as a hypothetical, if Vegeta did meet and battled Freddy Krueger in the Dream Realm, then despite having to use his full power, who do you guys think would win or at least have the advantage? And given the overall circumstance that Freddy Krueger is known for being basically immortal within the Dream Realm, so would Vegeta have the necessary skill set and power in defeating Freddy in the Dream Realm, or would Freddy Krueger simply butcher him given the home field advantage? Question number two is, what other Dragon Ball Halloween crossover specials would you guys like for us to tell that basically goes on to involve any other horror icon within any other horror franchise? And lastly, if there was some kind of a circumstance in seeing Freddy morph into anyone he wants to get the better of Vegeta, then who do you think Freddy would most likely morph into in using that as leverage to get the better of Vegeta? Because if it wouldn't be Goku, then let me know in the comment section below as to who that would be. As always, I want to thank you all so much for enjoying this special, as of course we always tend to do these crossover specials every Halloween, so I do greatly appreciate your time. Thank you all so much for watching. If of course you guys just so happen to be new to this channel, then I do encourage you guys to head on over and smash that subscribe button, as well as also clicking on the bell icon to never miss a single video posted onto the channel, on top of giving this video a big fat thumbs up by smashing that like button down below if you guys enjoyed the story, and cannot wait to see more. As always, if you guys want to check out more fan mangas, then you guys can check out the official fan mangas playlist located down in the description box below. So thank you all so much for being here. Thank you all so much for your time. I hope you guys had fun and enjoyed. Tune back in for more. Happy Halloween, and I'll be seeing each and every single one of you down the comment section below and in the next video. Take it easy, guys, and have a terrific day. Peace.
This is the Galactic Emperor of the Universe, and of course I'm here to tell you to subscribe to Unrelent Gaming.
Also follow Unrelent Gaming on these social media platforms to stay connected at all times. And if you don't, then very soon you will all be dead. Oh, did someone say Unrelent Gaming? Oh my god.
The fuck's up, on? Put on some clothes!
Well, why don't you put on any clothes?
What? I don't need clothes. Jesus Christ, that's huge! What, Broly?
Freezer.
Uh-oh.
Prepare to die!
But once you get video, lots of likes, or Bill will turn you into chocolate! Vados, get over here. Tell these mortals that I'm the biggest Unreal Gaming fan. This is my moment. I'm a part of his notification squad. Universe 7 can have all the fun. I just want the food.
And don't forget to leave a comment on this video. Show some love for the best community on YouTube.
Kakarota!
One of the most challenging aspects of Vegeta's journey was battling his inner demons. Memories of past defeats, especially at the hands of foes like Frieza, initially held him back. By confronting and overcoming these doubts, he fortified his resolve. And while the gods provided the philosophy and foundational understanding of the power which Vegeta seeks, Beerus served as Vegeta's sparring partner. Their duels, swift and intense, were lessons in finesse, control, and strategy. And through his unwavering determination, rigorous training, and deep introspection, Vegeta had not only mastered his Ultra Ego form, but also became a testament of indomitable power. By integrating the God of Destruction's power into his very being, he proved once again why he remains one of Universe 7's most formidable warriors.
The Saiyans were pretty weak. Vegeta, the strongest Saiyan working under Frieza, wasn't even the strongest member of Frieza's army. Or was he? People just look at Vegeta's power level of 18,000 and think he gets beaten by Frieza's mid-tier fighters like Zarbon and Dodoria, but with the Ozaru form, Vegeta has a power level of 180,000. That makes him stronger than Captain Ginyu, and by extension, the strongest member of Frieza's army. Saiyans were only getting stronger with each passing generation, so eventually, even an Ozaru Saiyan could be enough to challenge Frieza's throne. No wonder he wiped them out.